Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is D-Man coming back at it again with another YouTube video, and today we're going to be talking about the draft promo and what to expect. Now, last year was a little bit different because, I guess you wouldn't say it's a little different. I guess it's kind of been the same past few years, but with the players, the guys that got drafted, it was a little bit different on how they released them. That was really the only difference. But again, let's go over the draft promo and what it was like in Madden 20. And we can kind of compare it to what it might look like in Madden 21. Now, the way they did this is, I've kind of talked about it in some prior videos here, but the way they did it is they had a #1 overall pick in Cam Newton, and then they had 2 through 32 random picks in NFL history. So there was a #2 overall pick, and it could have been from a random year in the NFL history. There was #3 overall pick, random year. #4, 5, 6. They all could have been random years, but they had to be, that specific pick. Okay, so that's how it worked last year. That's how it worked last year. Now these guys were 97 overalls. Okay, that's something you can keep in mind too. We didn't have as high overall players as we do now, so I do expect these to be at least 98, maybe even 99, because we just saw a bunch of 99s drop into the game with the Team Masters. So yeah, that's something you can keep in mind there. Again, when's it gonna happen? When's this promo coming to the game? That might be a question you guys ask me, and I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. I think it's going to be, in my opinion, I am 95% sure it's going to be this Friday, because last year this promo launched on the 17th of April. Okay, and the draft last year was only 23rd, so that's about a 6-day window before the draft actually happened. We got the draft promo this year. Okay, this year the draft is on the 29th. Okay, so the draft's on the 29th. This Friday is the 23rd. That is a 6-day window, just like last year. Okay, guys, so it's almost got to be the 23rd in my opinion, because it would be the exact same distance they dropped this promo from the date of the draft. It would be the exact same as from last year, and it would be the exact same from last year. So yeah, so I do think the 23rd is the day that they're going to drop this. Again, that's going to be on Friday. Okay, keep that in mind, guys. They could drop this tomorrow, who knows? But I think I'm 95% sure that this promo is going to drop on Friday. And so let's go ahead and talk about what was in the draft. We kind of already covered about what these heroes were and Cam Newton, the Master. So who were some great #1 picks in our NFL history? Again, Cam Newton wasn't the greatest #1 pick in our NFL history, but he was just kind of a guy that they decided to use as the Master. Now, it could be any #1 pick in the history, okay? Because you might see a lot of guys that play now, okay? Well, if we scroll down here, there's actually one guy. There's Adoree Jackson, who I do expect to see an upgrade. I do expect to see him get an upgrade in this promo. So yeah, I really do expect to see him get an upgrade in this promo, because he hadn't had an upgrade all year. Again, you could make the point where that he didn't play good this year, barely even played. But again, I feel like this promo does fit him pretty well. So I do expect to see an Adoree Jackson. But something you can look at here: Anthony Munoz actually got a hero card last year for the draft. So you might be seeing some legends or some throwback players, like for example, for the Titans. 3 guys that come to mind for me. Well, excluding Adoree. 2 other guys, on top of Adoree, who I think the Titans could possibly get in this draft, in the draft promo, I should say, is Vince Young, who was drafted 3rd overall back in 2000, and I don't want to guess here because I don't want to be wrong, but some late 2000s there. So he was drafted, and then we also had Albert Haynesworth, who was drafted 15th overall in the draft. So we could be seeing a couple of those guys get an upgrade now. Everyone else, now, you really could, because most of these guys didn't have power-ups. Or I shouldn't say most of them, but there's some guys that didn't have power-ups, like this Deron Payne here. He didn't have a power-up. I don't believe Malcolm Jenkins had a power-up. Does it show, like, power-up on? Okay, so I know J.J. Watt for sure had a power-up, but he didn't show the power-up logo on him. Jason Pierre-Paul, I don't think he had a power-up. So there were some guys in here that didn't have power-ups that they gave cards to. So this could be a lot. This could be a wide variety of people of players that can get a card here. So again, we did have a couple of LTDs here. So we had a Myles Garrett who got an LTD. This dude was an absolute beast. And then we also had a Peyton Manning, and a lot of Broncos fans and Colts. I know Broncos for sure because the Colts actually did just get it was a Team Diamond Archie Manning. So they got an Archie Manning. No. Who'd they get? Oh, I'm going to have to think, and I don't like thinking. They got a Team Diamond. It wasn't Archie Manning. He played for the Baltimore Colts, guys. You guys know what I'm talking about. It was a quarterback. But yeah, I know a lot of Colts fans would love to see Peyton Manning back in the game, especially some Broncos fans too, because the Broncos don't have, I think their only quarterback, obviously if you take away Dak, their only quarterback is, I don't think they have a good quarterback. Now, obviously, there's John Elway that hadn't got a card this year. There's also Peyton Manning that hadn't got a card this year. So, but also, we also did just get a confirmation on a Tim Tebow golden ticket, so they're going to have that. So I guess they won't be too sad about not getting a Peyton Manning or a John Elway. But again, if I'm a Broncos fan and John Elway or Peyton Manning don't get cards in the game, I'm going to be kind of upset. So yeah. That's just another thing there where we had a couple LTDs mixed in there. And then really the main part about, I shouldn't say the main part. This is a great batch of players. But really, what is the most looked forward to part of the draft promo is the draft class of 2020. Or it would be the draft class of 2021. Which normally when these guys get drafted, EA actually adds him into the game immediately. So this Joe Burrow, let's say he got drafted the draft starts at, let's say it starts at 8 o'clock. Okay, so let's say Joe Burrow gets drafted at 8:05. This card will probably be in by 8:10, okay? So they'll add these cards into the game when they get drafted. Same thing. You go down the line, 2 through 5. And the overalls do change when you go down the line. So 99 overall for the number 1 overall pick. 2 through 5 actually had 98s. And then 6 through 10 got 97s, and then you had 96s for the 11 through 20 picks, and then also you had 95s for the 21 through 32. Isaiah Wilson was our pick. Obviously, we know how that panned out for the Titans. Probably the biggest bust in Titans history. You could make some arguments about that, but Isaiah Wilson's definitely up there. Yeah, guys, so you guys see some guys, and also they did go into the second round a little bit here, too. They threw a couple of guys, random cards here. We actually did get a Christian Fulton, and I'll show you guys here. But yeah, it went all the way down to, I believe, 90 overalls. So this was pretty cool to see, this Christian Fulton here. That's what his card looked like. So maybe if we get, a solid second-round pick, maybe it's a cornerback, or it could be a wide receiver if we take a cornerback in the first round. That's just something you can look out for there. So it went all the way down to 90 overalls here. So all the way into the 4th round too, I think. 6th round here for this Netane Muti. He was drafted in the 6th round. They gave him a card. So yeah, all the way into the 6th round, it looks like players could be getting card items in Madden 21. That's pretty cool, to be honest. I didn't mean to click on Christian Fulton, but hey, it's Christian Fulton. Let's go ahead and back up, and I want to show you guys the reason it was a little bit different last year than it was, a few years before. The reason is pretty much COVID hit, and these guys were working from home, so they really couldn't, get the card and push these cards out that night. They did push out the first 5 picks, but the last 27 guys, so the picks 6 through 32 actually didn't come in until the day after. But I do believe now that they are, more comfortable working from home, and they, the content this year has been extremely good, so I don't think this will be a problem for them to push out these cards every time or push out these players each pick in the draft. I don't think that would be an issue for them, so I do expect that to happen this year. And that's pretty much the only difference I could see happening from this year, from last year to this year. So yeah, the draft promo, it was a W in my opinion. Again, content last year was absolutely terrible, but again, this was one of the few W's in my opinion. For content or for promos that we had. Now, we had no position heroes. We had no blockbusters. Pretty much the only thing we had after this was golden tickets and ultimate legends and then rookie premiere. So no really big promo like a blockbuster promo or something like that. And we had power up expansion. But again, the reason they did power up expansion last year was because they just kind of got lazy and didn't drop any more promos. So they just said, okay, you can just power this guy all the way up to, 98, 99, So yeah, I mean, that's kind of the reason they did power-up expansion last year. Do I think it could return this year? I do think it could return this year just because we got so many guys that need upgrades. Like Drew Bennett, he's not an Ultimate Legend. I don't know what other promo he could get a card in. So he is a good power-up expansion candidate. Same with Tyrone Calico. Obviously, we know how his career panned out. Didn't go too well. So I don't know where he would get an upgrade other than power-up expansion. So there's some guys out there that need upgrades, but where are those promos? Maybe Tyrone Calico gets like a blockbuster. You know, he might be one of those cards from the 50 promo that still needs an upgrade, and you know, basically how blockbusters work. We might cover this in another video, but blockbusters work. There's one card per promo that get a 99. So, for example, way back when we had the MUT Superstars, there would be one card selected out of that batch that will get a 99 overall, and then for the Thanksgiving promo, we'll have one card from that promo that actually gets up to a 99. And then also, from the Christmas Zero Chill promo, there will be one card that will be selected from that promo that will get a 99 overall. So maybe a Jonnu Smith would be pretty glitchy. He would have to get a power-up because he would get the Patriots chemistry. But yeah, something to look out for there. But again, who knows? Power expansion could be revealed tonight because last year, power-up expansion was introduced to us the following week after we got the first drop of Gold 99 Ultimate Legend. So we got Moss, we believe we got Kevin Mawai, and then there was another guy that we got for Gold 99 last year for the first drop of Gold 99 Ultimate Legends. And then that following Tuesday, we got Power-Up Expansions. So yeah, who knows? They could tease out Power-Up Expansions tonight, and I would not mind that at all. I would expect them to be powered up all the way to a 99. That would make sense because that would be like them having a 98 overall. If they only power them up to like a 98, that would be kind of an L. But I would like to see them get powered up to 99 if they do come out soon. Again, last year, the power expansion was on a Tuesday too. But I'm kind of going off track here. Supposed to be focusing here on the draft class of 2020 here. But like I said, the promo last year was a bit of a dub, in my opinion. Again, one of few. But yeah, that's really pretty much you're going to look, you know, you could actually earn a 97 from playing challenges too. So that's something you could look out for too. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this promo, other than, I guess, you know, the only difference is going to be obviously we're going to get a fresh new batch of rookies to come in the game, which is awesome. Obviously, most likely 99 overall going to be Trevor Lawrence, because the odds are, you know, Trevor Lawrence is favored very heavily to be that number 1 overall pick. So expect the 99 overall Trevor Lawrence. And again, these guys will have some interesting, depending on how they, you know, what archetypes these guys get. That's something else, because these guys can get, you know, Trevor Lawrence, I would maybe think to be a field general, improviser, field general, something like that. But yeah, that's just something new you can look out for, because we're going to get a ton of new guys with a ton of new archetypes. And again, like I said, the Titans have the 22 overall pick, so we would end up getting a 95 overall if they do it the same. They do the same format as last year, and if we don't trade the pick, obviously. Now, if we were to trade the pick, I think it would be to move back in the draft, maybe get a couple more picks, just because the guys that we want are really, really early in the first round, and then there's other guys that are, you know, maybe fall into the second round where we could pick up some, you know, instead of having just one guy at pick number 22, we could fall back maybe later in the first, and then may have a late, you know, fourth, third, you know, pick if someone wants to trade up to our spot. So who knows? If we do trade it, I think we'd go back. I don't think we go forward, but who knows? If we do keep that pick and we draft someone, that player will be a 95 overall, like I said, if they do keep the same format like they did last year. So yeah, I think that would be pretty cool to see. Who knows, an Elijah Moore for the Titans, Rashad Bateman, I don't know, you know, some cornerbacks that I say we have to draft a wide receiver, so I expect a wide receiver, but I would take a cornerback at a 95 overall because we can kim him up to 99 pretty easily. But yeah, that's pretty much going to do it. I kind of went off topic there a little bit, but yeah, that's going to do it for the video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and until next time, I'll see y'all.